I'd like to get started by saying hello to everyone online and introducing American Security Programs. American Security Programs was founded in 1994, and we're a security solutions provider. We offer security manpower and management services, and those services would include the deployment of security teams to customer locations to render protective services. We also offer security consulting services to help customers establish and refine their security programs, and in addition we offer investigative services and training services with regard to security interests and issues.
Like most other organizations, American Security Programs is split into departments. So, for example, we have a sales department, and that department is responsible for building relationships with prospective customers. We also have an operations department, and that is the department that is responsible for executing and implementing services that we are required to provide under our contracts. We do have a contracts department, which is responsible for making and preparing the legal documents that surround each of our accounts. We have an HR department that's responsible for recruiting and putting bodies into positions. We have a properties and logistics department that is responsible for managing and deploying the material assets that we use under our contracts. That could include anything from vehicles to firearms and bulletproof vests, guard patrol systems, lots of possibilities there. And we also, of course, have an IT department, accounting and finance departments, and many of the other departments that would be part of most other organizations. Historically, each department at our company was using its own systems, and very often those systems could include spreadsheets and or small databases that didn't talk to one another. All of the data that we were using was relatively segmented, and in some cases it actually went beyond segmentation by department. In some cases, such as our sales department, each member of the department would maintain their own system. So salesperson A would have their own spreadsheet and salesperson B would have their own spreadsheet. In maybe a couple of cases, there were also issues where we were using paper processes. So for example, our quality assurance inspection program, which is actually part of our operations department, that particular department for a long time was using a paper process, and all of the data that they were gathering was locked in a paper format. This in many cases led to some less than ideal conditions. There was a lot of redundant data entry happening. There was asynchronous data being gathered between departments, and what I mean by that is sometimes data there was the possibility that data could be updated in one place but not necessarily another, so not all of the data was 100% synchronized when we were gathering and compiling reports. There were also delays and bottlenecks in the information flow, and just on the whole, we were putting a whole lot more effort into coordination to make interdepartmental coordination happen. When we got the CRM at American Security Programs, when we bought Soffront System, we were primarily looking at the system as a mechanism to support, as a tool to support our sales program. And I really wasn't thinking about the system as a tool for doing much else. But as I was working with the company longer, I kept on hearing the statement, wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice if the sales team could see the operations data? Wouldn't it be nice if the operations team had access to real-time personnel data? Wouldn't it be nice if we had a way to take that quality assurance process that we have, that inspection process that we have, and transform it into some sort of electronic format that could be more easily reported and queried? Wouldn't it be nice if the property department and the contracts department and the HR department had real-time access to customer contact information, to site location information? Wouldn't it be nice if we could all share one set of records and see all of the data for that one set of records? Wouldn't it be nice, essentially, if we could share a brain? And as I heard that wouldn't it be nice again and again and again and again, I started to think to myself, hey, Soffront can do this. There was no reason that it couldn't.
due to Soffront, we are really sharing so much more information than ever before. Our coordination has vastly improved, and it's like we're really thinking with one brain at this point. We can instantaneously compile information that never would have been possible years ago. The results over the past several years have been positively dramatic, and I have repeatedly watched week-long processes reduced to just a few clicks. And one of my favorite stories of this is that the year I came on, it took something like 2 weeks to compile our Christmas card list, just a simple list of prospects and customers. Last year we did it in about 5 minutes. It was no big deal. And this is just one simple anecdotal case of the dramatic difference that the Soffront system has made. The Soffront system also made it really, really easy to convert our old paper quality assurance process into an electronic format. And it's been really great. The amount of analysis and processing that we can now do is incredible, and we have reduced the time frame of the analysis to again, just from days or weeks to just a few clicks. Just the other day, somebody came into my office, the senior vice president came into my office, and he said to me, how do I pull all of the quality assurance inspections for the last week? And I was able to show him just a couple of clicks. A day after that, somebody asked me how to pull information, all the inspections for a particular person, and I was able to show them that, again, just a couple of clicks. And it really is wonderful that we're able to reduce these massive week-long analytical paper sorting processes to seconds. The most recent additions to the system have actually been the human resources and properties and logistics data. And now the system is actually starting to come into its own as we've added these new components. The operations department can now see which personnel are being recruited, and the properties department can now bind their equipment records to the other records of the company, and we can pull up any given record and get a 360-degree view of our operations. We can pull up a contract and see which equipment has been assigned and which personnel are working on the contract. Soffront has developed a system that they sell as a CRM, but what's important to realize is that the system is really so much more. It has so many more capabilities than just a traditional CRM, and their system is really developed to do more. It's extremely flexible, and you can build in additional modules and tracking features, and it's really incredibly easy to do that. It's all done through a relatively simple user interface. I think their product is absolutely terrific, and it has really enabled us to integrate a lot of data at our company and improve communication and coordination processes through a variety of workflow processes and automations, and I really can't imagine working without their software at this point.